after last week's disaster. More about that later. I hope that some of you have come back. If it's just 2 or 3 of you, thank you. You're very loyal. So, I wanted to make courgette flowers for you. It would have been a beautiful dish, but I gave up. I lost all the footage. But what's the point? But I went back in the garden today and look, loads more courgette flowers. They're beautiful, or zucchini, if I give it the Italian name, and stuffed. The one I'm going to show you, I promise it's one of the best things you'll ever taste. Now, you won't be able to get hold of courgette flowers very easily this summer. So you might think, why am I getting you to do this? If you were to buy these online, they cost about £3 or £4 each, which means I've got over £30 worth here. You know, that's ridiculous, much too expensive. However, it's really easy to grow your own courgettes. My 2 courgette plants, which should give me loads of courgettes throughout the summer and flowers, cost me £1.50 each, I think. I put them in large pots, grown away quite happily in the garden. Right? You can do the same, even cheaper if you get seeds, which will last for a few years. So I've decided I want to show you how to make stuffed courgette flowers because they are such a sensational food. Honestly, it'd be like one of the best things you've ever tasted. Trust me on this. Let's go for it. What does this remind you of? No. This reminds me of very unpleasant school dinners when I was a little boy. Right? Boiled courgette, if you're lucky, and a bit of salt, for a very, very unpleasant taste. But I genuinely believe the courgette or zucchini is the most underrated vegetable there is and one of the tastiest. But what you've got to do, you've got to get rid of the moisture because it's full of moisture. We have to get rid of it. And the way we do that, and I did show you last week, I do have a few photos left, so I use those, is this. Simply get a couple of courgettes, grate them, put them in a pan, medium to low heat, a couple of crushed cloves of garlic, in they go, cook them down, about 15 minutes, all the moisture's gone. Once it's all gone, add about 50 grams of Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper to taste. There you've got the most sensational, trust me on this, the most sensational courgette dish. You can then add that to pasta, you could put it on toast, you could add it as a side dish to chicken, to steak, or whatever you want. But what we're going to do with it is we're going to stuff our courgette flowers and deep fry them. There are quite a few recipes out there for stuffed courgette flowers with things like stuff with mozzarella, ricotta, bolognese. Yeah, all very nice. But to be honest, there isn't anything better to stuff courgette flowers with than courgettes themselves. Sort of makes sense, doesn't it? So that's what we're going to do. So here we have our cooked down courgette, with a bit of garlic, Parmesan, salt and pepper to taste. That is sensational by itself. As I say, add it to things like pasta. If I was adding it to pasta, I'd loosen it a little with either the starchy water from the pasta you're cooking or some cream, so it mixes the pasta better. But for us, to stuff our courgette flowers, this is the right consistency and it will taste amazing. So, now we need to stuff our courgette flowers. To do that, we take each flower, we peel the petals back as gently as we can. I don't know if you can see it okay. Get a little teaspoon, get some mixture, put it in, nice to get fingers, make sure you wash your hands. And then, once it's in, put the petals back. And we have a stuffed courgette flower. Repeat for as many flowers as you're using. So once they're all stuffed, don't worry too much if there's stuffing coming out the edge of the flowers. Once you put them back together again, that's okay. That once they're deep fried, they'll be fine. Some of the smaller flowers obviously don't have too much of a mixture. The bigger flowers have much more. Again, that doesn't really matter. It won't really affect the frying times of it. Which means we just need 2 more things. We need a batter. My batter is very simple. It's just flour. I've used about 100 grams here. Added a pinch of salt. I've added some turmeric for colour, but also for flavour. Don't need to add that. And then I just add fizzy water. You could use plain water, but I add fizzy water. I think it gives a slightly lighter batter until I get the consistency of double cream. So add the water a bit at a time. Keep mixing till all the lumps are gone, and then you're ready to go. Hot oil. You've got to be very, very careful when deep frying. Need a high-sided pan, filling up no more than halfway. I'm using rapeseed oil, but any oil that hits a high temperature, sunflower oil, vegetable oil, not olive oil in this particular case. And when we think the temperature's getting close to 180, 190 degrees, if we see black smoke, we stop immediately, we turn off the heat, and we do not touch it, because it's got too hot. Drop that in. bubbling away. Once that goes golden, I know I'm at the right temperature. I don't want to have the oil too cool when my courgettes go in because they just stick together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fry them in batches. So the important thing is to have everything ready to go so we can deep fry these safely. I've got a bowl with some kitchen towel in for draining. I've got my courgette flowers near to my batter, near to the hot oil. I think we're at the right temperature now. So, into the batter, let it drip off a bit, and then very carefully, not from a height, drop them in. I'm going to do, I think I've got room for about 4 in here. Very good camera assistant I've got working with me today. It does make a bit of a mess of the batter everywhere, but we can clean that up afterwards. And then we just cook them for only about a minute until they go golden. Okay, pause. Okay, being very careful with the oil. I think they're about ready. They've been cooking for about a minute or 2. Right, so get a slotted spoon, and then we lift them out carefully to our kitchen towel. Try to drain all the oil off first. Don't want that going anywhere near the flame. Okay, and now we'll do the next batch. By the way, we will save this oil. You don't throw deep fried oil away. Once it's cool, we'll drain it back into the bottle and we can use it many times. Look how lovely they look. So just sprinkle of salt, a few turns of the peppermill, and they're ready to eat. Ready? Let them cool for a little bit because they'll be hot, and then they're ready to go. It really is the most tastiest, loveliest mouthful of food you could possibly wish for. It tastes of summer, and the chances are if you've never had something like this before, when you get a chance, might not be till next summer, please, please, please make them. They are sensational. Leave me to enjoy. Bye. Monty, what are you doing in the courgettes? Well, someone doesn't like courgette flowers, clearly. I had a look at the numbers. Go back 4 months, that's how long this Stokes TV has been going. 4 months have changed your world, I know. 4 months have changed your life. 4 months have made the world a better place. No? So, my first teaser trailer got more views than anything else. 2.7 thousand views. Wow. Rest of the trailers did pretty well. Mr. Stokes' episode 1, over 2,000 views. Then The Only Pasta Sauce You Ever Need was very popular. Well over 1,000 views. And then we go on, slight drop, 600, 500, 600, 700, couple of hundred, dropping a little bit until we come to the latest videos. Last week, How to Cope with a Disaster, just 182 views. Well, better than the week before, I suppose. So, it made me think, what do I do? Do I stop making longer form videos? The thing is though, I get lots of nice comments from people saying how much they enjoy those videos. So maybe, even if it is just 160, 70, 80 people and they really enjoy them, maybe it's worth doing. I will have a little break. It's coming up to summer holidays soon. I'll keep the short videos going. Maybe it's the short videos that be my undoing. Since I started doing them, they seem much more popular. Admittedly, over on TikTok, we're getting well over 1,000 views per episode. I did have a little bit of criticism from Will, personal trainer, about my form, which I accept. I am going to do a few of them over the summer from Freedom Leisure, a gym local to me, so we can make sure that form is good and we get proper instructions so you don't do anything wrong. Shall we have a look at the comments last week? I don't expect they were particularly good. Tasty bagels. Don't think she's going to like last week's. Oh, here we go. This was a very boring video. Thank you very much. Saul Goodman, MI8NV. In order to help you out on YouTube, I recommend shorter videos. Oh, thank you, Saul Goodman. Do them more often. They're successful and interesting to people. 2 or 3 minutes is the average for a YouTube video these days. Oh, Saul Goodman, you seem to know your stuff. I bet you're quite popular. Let's have a little look how many subscribers you've got, Saul Goodman. 2 subscribers. And you're trying to tell me what to do? Crying out loud. It's ridiculous. Look, I'm going to continue making videos. Hopefully you enjoy them. Hopefully they'll give you something, some form of entertainment, some form of education. Let's just go for it. See where we go. We'll keep going for a year and then decide what we're going to do at the end of that. All right, happy with that? Right. Now, if you haven't already, please subscribe, because I'm racing a year 9 to 1,000 subscribers and he's beating me at the moment. He's got over 900. I'm struggling in the low 800s. Please help me out. Let's have some music. And after that, I've posted my 4 favourite pictures that I've taken this week. Have a look, see if you like them. If you do, let me know in the comments and I'll make it a regular feature. Have a great week. See you soon. Bye.